Hey guys! Today I'll be sharing my thoughts on POE2 Early Access and my tips for all 6 character classes. I'll cover them in the order I played them. Let's start with the Monk. The Monk specializes in ice and lightning abilities, combo attacks, and bell techniques. Perfect for melee combat fans who enjoy skill-based gameplay. The Monk has 2 main build modes, ice and lightning. The class features various unarmed combat abilities, such as executing low HP enemies to generate power charges. The video showcases the Frost build gameplay. Personally, I prefer the lightning build. The Frost build excels at mobility and dodge mechanics. It features a backflip, skill casting. The freeze effects are quite powerful, though its damage falls short of the lightning build. As for boss fights, freezing bosses becomes challenging. For map clearing with lightning, I focus on stacking power charges, using AoE lightning staff for map clearing, and switch to totems for boss fights. Unleash rapid strikes with a melee lightning staff. The damage output is impressive, thanks to the dual wielding system. You can easily pair a lightning with an ice weapon for a hybrid build. You can start by freezing the boss, then use Bell skill for massive lightning. While testing this build, I was limited by skill points, and weapon choices were limited. So I couldn't test this combo properly. But I'm sure it works great. I'm particularly fond of the Bell skill. Its stunning ability and burst damage are both highly effective. You can enhance it with various support gems, like boosting its stun potential. When the boss becomes vulnerable,
will explode
we
when
can
attacked
lead
by
with
you
the Bell,
or your enemies.
followed by high stun skills, to quickly double stun the boss. As you can see in this showcase, the official gameplay focuses on skill demonstrations, so they play it safe, to make the mechanics more visible. When you're actually running maps on your own, it's way more satisfying than what you see in this video. Take this map, for example. I usually just sprint through, gathering a huge pack of monsters, stack up some power charges, then turn around and nuke everything with one ultimate. It's super satisfying. Some of you asked in the comments about getting power charges. There are plenty of ways to get them. You'll figure it out once you jump into the game. Next up is the Witch. The Witch specializes in summoning, chaos damage, and curses. It's perfect for players who prefer a laid-back playstyle. This class is relatively beginner-friendly. For the Witch, I strongly recommend going with a summoner build. The best thing about this summoner build is that your minions automatically resurrect themselves. There's a resurrection cooldown timer, but you don't need to keep the summoner, making combat much more relaxing. Intelligence is the key attribute for the Witch. It determines your maximum skeleton count. You can summon various types of skeletons. My top pick would be the bomber skeleton. You know, the ones that toss grenades. They offer incredible value for your build. Plus, the summoning system in POE2 is way more responsive than you might expect. You can strategically sacrifice your low HP minions to buff both attack and defense for all your summons, and even stack up power charges for yourself, which helps you summon more zombies. Each skeleton type comes with its own active ability, which you can trigger at will, like detonating your low HP bomber skeletons for massive damage. If that's your playstyle, you can debuff bosses with curses. But during my playthrough, due to limited skill slots, I had to drop the curse skills to focus purely on summoning, since summoning skills alone take up plenty of slots. During early testing, the Witch had this awesome ability to convert defeated enemies into summons. Throughout testing, this ability kept appearing and disappearing. According to the latest official updates, this feature does seem to exist, just as shown in the video. And if this is true, it's incredibly exciting. It works just like Pokemon, where you can collect various types of summonable creatures. Once captured, these minions become permanently available. They're stored as skill gems for future use. This gives you tons of strategic options. We can capture powerful mini-bosses from endgame maps and add them to our minion collection. However, this will drain your mana pool significantly. This adds incredible depth to the summoning playstyle. I can confidently say that among all ARPGs I've played, the Summoner class in POE2 offers the best experience, particularly in Path of Exile 2. Let's move on to the Sorcerer class. I'll admit, I haven't spent too much time with the Sorcerer. The class focuses on elemental magic, utilizing ice, fire, lightning, and skill transformations. Perfect for players who enjoy elemental and ranged combat. The class has low survivability, so you'll need good dodging skills early on. With the new dodge roll feature in POE2, mages now have much better mobility when avoiding enemy attacks. The mage class in POE2 is truly worthy of the title Elemental Mage, with mastery over ice, fire, and lightning. Players can freely mix and match elements. The new dual weapon mastery system allows players to specialize in 2 different elements, creating more diverse gameplay possibilities. You can wield an ice staff alongside a fire staff. When you face enemies, freeze them with the ice staff, then blast them with the fire staff. This combo is pretty common. In tight combat spaces, lightning builds really shine. Ice builds excel at freezing. Fire builds pack powerful firewalls and meteors. Needless to say, tons of build guides will pop up after launch.
Away with you!
I'm really loving the POE2 Sorcerer. Their elemental mastery is incredible. These elemental skills can be combined in various ways to create unique tactical combinations. What makes Path of Exile special is that its signature support gem system lets you customize your skills in countless ways, transforming basic skills into unique abilities or powerful combat combinations. Take this example from the video. A basic ice ball spell that normally moves slowly can be enhanced to launch 3 projectiles, covering a much wider area of effect. Effectively clears enemies in your path. Additionally, the mage's elemental synergy, as shown in our previous videos, for instance, after casting Firewall and shooting Radiant Bolt through it, the Radiant Bolt gains fire properties. Similarly, when Ice Orb passes through Firewall, it also gains fire properties. While it might not make perfect sense, it creates some interesting gameplay mechanics. Through this elemental combination system, your elemental skills can deal multiple damage types, as you can see here, thanks to a gem that modifies the spells. The support gem converts spellcasting into a circular pattern, turning a linear firewall into a circular one. Pretty cool, right? Now, let's look at the warrior class. The warrior specializes in stunning, blocking, and ground-based attacks. This class delivers incredibly powerful strikes, combined with amazing sound and visual effects. The combat feels incredibly satisfying, perfect for melee combat fans. This build is perfect for players who enjoy face-tanking bosses. The warrior primarily uses hammers and axes. It plays quite similar to a berserker class. I prefer using hammers myself. The stun mechanics are really powerful. Thanks to the dual-wielding passives, warriors can deal massive damage with 2-handed weapons. When things get risky, or facing unavoidable attacks, you can switch to shield skills for blocking. This strategy works like a charm, making your warrior incredibly tanky. This video showcases shield-based combat. In real combat, when using attack skills, I switch to a different weapon set. Thanks to the dual weapon master system, weapon switching is quick and seamless. No manual switching needed. Once you use a skill, that's bound to a specific weapon. The game auto-switches to the right weapon. It's super convenient. Haven't seen this feature in many other games. It's definitely one of POE2's standout features. Many of the warrior skills involve powerful ground slamming attacks. These attacks create breaches in the ground. Using totems or other warrior abilities, you can trigger earthquakes from these breaches, summoning either ground spikes or flames, creating powerful AoE damage. The skill tree features specialized nodes with enhanced ground breach effects, making it possible to create some really interesting breach-focused builds. The warrior class has a significantly lower learning curve than Monk, with proper shield management. Most boss encounters become much more manageable now about this final boss. It forces you to fight within a confined area. This actually gives melee fighters an advantage. Ranged characters have a harder time dodging, making it tougher than fighting regular field bosses. Let's move on to the next class. Next up is the Ranger. I have the least experience with this one, so I'll just share some quick thoughts. The class focuses on speed, poison, ice, and lightning. We all know how archer classes typically work. As for POE2's Ranger specifically, from my time playing it, I wasn't particularly blown away by it in the early game. What stands out most is you can cast all abilities while moving. This marks a significant change from POE1. This greatly enhances the class's mobility, making it incredibly versatile. Plus, the attack speed is incredibly fast. The gameplay feels incredibly smooth and satisfying. Players who love fast-paced combat will definitely enjoy this. As for the Ranger's main damage types, they include poison, ice, and lightning. During this boss encounter, as you can see here, you can place lightning conductors on the ground, and when you hit them with lightning attacks, it triggers a chain lightning effect. This works great for AoE damage. I personally went with a lightning effect too. From my basic POE1 experience with Ranger, and looking at the skills I haven't unlocked, The Toxic Rain build should work similar to Rain of Arrows. Toxic Rain builds should still be viable, though I haven't spotted any trap builds yet. We'll have to check it out after launch. Now, about this boss you're seeing here, it's actually much tougher than it appears in the demo. Take that rolling attack. When I tried to fight it under, just one hit from it, one-shot me at full HP, so if your stats are too low, you really need to watch out for its attack patterns. The demo character must be high level with good gear. Don't let those slow plunging moves fool you. Each ground slam and roll is nice. If your gear isn't up to par, you'll get one shot instantly. Great. So the boss fights, compared to POE1, are noticeably harder, which is great. Finally, let's talk about POE2's the consistently praised mercenary class, which I've spent the most time testing, roughly equal to my time with the Witch. Its defining features are reloading, explosions, and turrets. The mercenary's reload sound is incredibly satisfying. It gives you that authentic FPS feeling, especially with shotguns. Shoot and reload, shoot and reload. The gameplay mechanics feel amazing. The skill variety is impressive. Skills mimic SMGs, shotguns, rifles, snipers, and grenade launchers. Try them out to find your perfect match. I ended up going with the grenade launcher, mainly due to its synergy with another skill set. I paired it with grenades for better combo potential. There's such a wide variety of grenades available, and they pack quite a punch if you ask me, especially with talents that boost grenade count and lower cooldowns, plus talents for faster detonation times and other buffs. Combined with the right support gems, unleash a barrage of grenades, then trigger a massive chain reaction with the grenade launcher. The damage output is absolutely insane. For the mercenary class, GGG really put some brilliant design touches into it. For instance, SMG skills can heat up the crossbow barrel until it glows red, throwing grenades while it's hot, boosts grenade damage output, shorter fuse duration, quicker detonation. Another example, frost-based shotgun skills. Once enemies are frozen, using physical shotgun skills with frozen enemies deals massive bonus damage, creating a powerful combo. This adds great versatility to the class. In previous videos, we haven't shown the mercenary's turret skills. The turret skill is incredibly effective, especially against tough late-game mobs. It can block enemy paths, it can draw enemy aggro, and apply debuffs with support units. Definitely worth trying. This is the Chapter 3 final boss. Also the early access final boss. It has 2 phases. Phase 2 gets a bit tougher, but overall it's not too difficult. I'll skip the full fight. You should try it out yourself later. In this video, I'll quickly go through my thoughts on all 6 classes and share some tips.
Justify the means.
To sum up, each class has its own unique appeal. Can't wait for the full release. These classes should offer even more gameplay options than in beta. New skill gems will be added. I'm looking forward to even more exciting gameplay. That's all for today's video. Thank you for watching. See you next time.
I will fight to the...
Listen, I'm just here for the lady.